Alright guys, every once in a while a new Crusader Kings III mod comes along that completely reinvents the game. The story, the mechanics, the characters, everything. And the After the End mod is exactly that. This is a total conversion that reimagines the game into a post-apocalyptic America, a medieval world rebuilt from the ashes. You've got pirate kings in the Caribbean, techno-prophets in California, and feudal warlords fighting over the ruins of Washington D.C. It's weird, ambitious, and a little unhinged in the best possible way, and in this video I'm going to show you exactly why you need to try it out for your next CK3 campaign. So starting with the setting, this is set centuries after a cataclysm wiped out modern civilization, and the world has been reborn in medieval form, which I absolutely love. The old United States, Canada, and South America have been splintered into hundreds of successor states. The age of technology is long gone, but its ghosts still linger, old names, old legends, and the ruins of a past nobody fully understands. Up north, Canada is a political pressure cooker, tribal confederations clash with feudal settlers, and the Scottish-Canadian lords around Maine have fused their cultures into something halfway between Highlander and frontiersman. It's chaotic, it's cold, and everyone's probably at war with their cousin. Down south, Mexico and Brazil are roaring powder kegs, pirate chieftains, self-declared emperors, and zealots fighting over dominance. The Caribbean has turned into a naval empire of the West Indies, while the Emperor of Haiti tries to keep a lid on rebellions, rival pirates, and would-be usurpers. In the heart of the continent, you've got the Holy Columbian Commonwealth and the Empire of Brazil. They are true heavyweights, massive, powerful, and constantly clashing over territory and faith. And out west, that's where things get really surreal. The eternal living guru of California leads a theocracy that blends faiths and philosophies into one glowing, sun-baked empire. It's equal parts holy order and cult commune, which is quite fitting for California, to be fair. So essentially, the whole world feels like an alternate history fever dream that just happens to function beautifully in Crusader Kings III. Now, in terms of the mechanics, the culture systems, the dilemmas, there is a lot to get into here. I found that the AI is ambitious, opportunistic, and sometimes downright vindictive. Successions are volatile, a good ruler dies, and within a few years your empire is on fire, pretenders rise faster than you can blink, and half your vassals are waiting for you to sneeze before they declare independence. And the government systems vary dramatically. Some regions are centralized bureaucracies, others tribal confederations where loyalty lasts about as long as your gold supply, and you can lead an imperial republic, a pirate federation, or a backwater chiefdom that somehow survives through sheer stubbornness. Warfare is pretty punishing, I found as well. Losing a war doesn't just cost you land, it costs legitimacy, fame, and long-term stability especially. Big realms start fracturing really fast, and every decision you make has a lot of weight. Winning feels rewarding precisely because failure is always one bad heir away. You can also raise holdings, rebuild ruins, leave your mark on a continent that's constantly reshaping itself. Vassals expect to be managed, rewarded, and kept happy. Ignore them too long and they'll simply walk. And even the royal court system fits surprisingly well here. You can decorate your hall with trophies, flaunt ancient artifacts, which are genuinely really funny when you get into them, or shape your ruler's image through the barbershop. It all adds so much flavor and immersion. I've really been enjoying all of it, but if there was one thing I'd like to see a little bit more refined on this side of things, it's marriage and diplomacy. There's so much potential here for status, lineage, and prestige to matter just a little bit more. Marrying into higher nobility should feel like an achievement. Marrying lowborns should come with more risk. The world is rich enough that relationships deserve that extra layer of consequence. Now, before we continue, if you're interested so far, but you don't own Crusader Kings III and you want to play this mod, you can pick it up and all of its DLCs for up to 74% off right now on Instant Gaming. They also have a great roster of other games on sale as well, like Imperator Rome, Age of Empires 4, or even the entire Total War catalog, all with big discounts. So if you're thinking about buying CK3 or any of these other games on offer on Instant Gaming, make sure to click the link below to get your games for cheap and support the channel at the same time. Now let's get back to the video. Next up, I want to talk about religions and cultures. This is where After the End really flexes. Over 240 individual faiths populate the map, which is absolutely insane. We've got everything from reinterpreted Christian sects to tribal revivals and entirely new syncretic religions. You'll find faiths like the cults of the Founding Fathers, or apocalyptic preachers ruling from ruined cathedrals, and neo-pagan warlords who think they're the rightful heirs to America. California alone, of course, is a spiritual patchwork of mysticism, self-help philosophy, and pure delusion. And cultures are equally fascinating. You'll see indigenous traditions blending with fragments of old nations, regional dialects evolving into full identities, and new post-American cultures emerging organically. The result is a world that feels truly alive, one where language, faith, and politics constantly bleed into each other. Again, if I had one small critique here, it's that many religions share the same symbols at the moment, which can hurt visual distinction. The lore is rich enough to warrant its own set of custom icons, and hopefully the team adds that over time. And then finally, of course, we've got events, dilemmas, and the general kind of storytelling of the mod, right? You've got the world building here, which is some of the best you'll find anywhere. It's vivid, weird, and detailed, but at the same time, I have to highlight this is one area that's still catching up with the rest of the mod. You'll see a fair number of vanilla CK3 events, which can break immersion a little bit when your Appalachian warlord suddenly gets a generic court gossip pop-up that feels imported straight from medieval France. That said, when the unique events do appear, they are brilliant. Leaders like Ard Banrig of Tiamara or the big empire rulers get special dilemmas and lore-driven decisions that feel handcrafted for them, which is great. There's also faith-based storylines, character-specific trials, and moments that hint at how deep this mod could go once it's fully fleshed out. And there's so much more room here for future updates as well. Ruins to explore, relics to rediscover, forgotten histories to uncover, all ripe for CK3's role-playing systems. The foundation is absolutely phenomenal. It just needs a bit more narrative scaffolding to match the world's imagination. So overall, here's my honest take on the mod. After the End is one of those rare total conversions that actually makes CK3 feel brand new. It's ambitious, it's definitely weird, it's very funny, and it's packed with personality. You can spend hours just scrolling across the map, reading titles and tooltips, and realizing every one of them tells a different story. Every playthrough feels distinct, a Pirate Lord's campaign feels nothing like a Prophet's Crusade, and a tribal uprising plays completely differently from a sprawling feudal empire. It's the kind of mod that rewards curiosity and chaos in equal measure. But like I said, there is still room to grow. The event pool needs more unique content. The world is simply too rich to rely on vanilla CK3's recycled pop-ups. Diplomacy and marriage systems could definitely use more depth to reflect the mod's complex hierarchies. Religions would benefit from unique symbols, of course, and flavor events that better capture their identity. Pacing could be smoothed out a little, maybe. And finally, AI expansion and vassal rebellion sometimes happen faster than they should. Despite all that though, the sheer scope of After the End is outstanding. It's already a living, breathing alternate history, and it's only going to get better as more updates roll out. If you're looking for fresh CK3 experiences that trade medieval Europe for a fractured, reborn America, this is absolutely it. A world of pirates, prophets, zealots, kings, emperors, all fighting for scraps of a forgotten civilization. Either way though, I really hope you enjoyed this video and found it informative. Let me know what you think of the After the End mod in the comment section below, and don't forget to use my instant gaming link to get the game for cheap and get any other games you're interested in for really cheap as well. Subscribe to the channel for more videos just like this, and thanks for watching guys. I'll see you next time.